This is CBS News New York.
Right now at 5, a dramatic scene out of Ridgefield, New Jersey. Strong winds overnight causing a tree to crash near an apartment building, and now we're seeing more damage in other communities.
Millions of travelers could soon feel the impact of the government shutdown as the FAA plans to scale back flights starting tomorrow. How this could affect your travel plans and which local airports might be hit first.
A car explosion in the Bronx. 3 firefighters are hospitalized with serious burns. Investigators now looking into what caused the blast.
Good morning on this Thursday, November 6th. I'm Chris Raggi.
And I'm Mary Calvi. And let's get you over to John Elliott. He has your first alert forecast from the virtual studio. Do we still have those winds now, John?
Yes, we do. But there's a transition underway right now. Good morning, Mary and Chris. Hi, everybody. You look at parts of the Hudson Valley and to the west, numbers are 20, 25. You look out on the island, we have widespread 30, 35 mile an hour winds. So we still have these advisories. In fact, I can show you right here. They are trimming the advisories, so they're trimming it away, but still in effect until 8 o'clock. What does it mean? It means there's all kinds of stuff flying around out there, so be mindful of that. I would factor in a little extra time. Just be careful. As far as precipitation, not much except what? That's right, there's a little bit of snow out there, but you do get a big sense of that low. That's the low that's pushing on out, so the winds will subside. But as you get ready to go, remember, it's still breezy, a lot of leaves, a lot of stuff flying around, so just be on your game. It's better but cooler this afternoon. Speaking of keeping you on your game, I know who can help. Anik Evans with First Alert Traffic. Good morning, Anik.
Good morning, John. Well, let's start off with some construction on the southbound side of the New England Thruway. Left and center lanes are closed between exit 18A and exit 16, so you're going to see some volume building through the area, so just keep that in mind. Now to a live look at the George Washington Bridge, where traffic is moving well here. You may see a little bit of volume on the span on the upper level just because of that wind, so just keep that in mind. Use caution this morning. And checking Mass Transit's Big 4, where everything is running on or close to schedule. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Chris and Mary, back to you.
Nick, thank you. You just heard John giving us a First Alert weather update on the high winds out there.
And we're seeing some damage this morning. Down tree now causing problems in Ridgefield, New Jersey. Christina Fan is there live with what we know so far. Christina.
Mary and Chris, good morning. As you can see behind us, this tree is massive, and fortunately, it appears that most of the branches, as well as the trunk, came crashing down in the direction of the road and not the multifamily home. Still, there was a lot of noticeable damage, especially to the side. In this video, you can see a branch took out a chunk of the brick wall, exposing the interior of a second-story room. Neighbors say they heard a loud thud around 1:30 this morning on Bruce Street, while all of New Jersey was under a wind advisory, with gusts reported stronger than 40 miles per hour. Neighbors told us they came outside and saw that the tree snapped in half, one of the branches also breaking the back window of a car. First responders quickly came, taping off the apartment complex. It's unclear if the 2 units closest to the tree were evacuated. We are still waiting to learn that information from those first responders. Now, we also know that the strong winds are expected to continue until 8 a.m. this morning, so more tree damage and power outages could be possible. For now, reporting live from Ridgefield and New Jersey, Christina Fan, CBS News, New York.
Okay, Christina, thank you. There is also some wind damage here in the city. This is video from Queens, where you can see at least one tree was blown over. We know parts of the tree hit power lines, and we're working to learn more details. And there was also wind damage on the Upper West Side overnight. This massive tree limbs fell on cars on West 95th Street near Columbus Avenue, causing damage and blocking the road to traffic. Firefighters could be seen taping the street off. Cars should avoid that area, obviously, right now. And we'll get you their First Alert update from John in just a couple of moments, and we'll bring you any new reports of damage as they come in.
5:03 right now, developing this morning. Millions of air travelers are bracing for mass cancellations and delays at our nation's airports.
Due to the government shutdown, the FAA is taking the unprecedented action of reducing air traffic beginning tomorrow. Sources say JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark Airport all on the list. Elijah Westbrook joins us now live from Newark Liberty with more on what you need to know. Elijah?
Yeah, so Chris and Mary, the problem right now is that the FAA says there just aren't enough air traffic controllers managing the skies at this point. And so beginning tomorrow morning, they will reduce the number of scheduled flights by as much as 10% across the country. And this will happen at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. Again, this all takes effect tomorrow morning. Now, CBS News reports the specific airports will be announced at some point today, so we are keeping our eyes open for that. But according to sources, it's possible we could see Newark Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia on that list. The reduction in flights will impact both commercial and private air travel, with as many as 4,000 flights canceled each day. Officials say sick calls among air traffic controllers and TSA agents are surging after they've worked without pay for more than a month due to the government shutdown.
I've decided that a 10% reduction in scheduled capacity would be appropriate to, again, continue to take the pressure off of our controllers.
We do not want to see disruptions at the FAA or here at DOT. We don't want that. But our number one priority is to make sure when you travel safely.
Now, these staffing shortages have resulted in mounting delays, as we've been seeing from coast to coast, including right here at Newark Airport. You may recall over the weekend, this airport experienced the brunt of the impact. Now, an aviation expert we talked to says domestic travel will likely be impacted first before international travel. And the FAA says, of course, safety remains a top priority, but warns that if the government shutdown continues, deeper cuts could follow. We're live right now at Newark Airport. Elijah Westbrook, CBS News, New York.
Elijah, thank you. 505 also developing this morning. 3 firefighters now hospitalized with serious injuries following a car explosion in the Bronx. It happened just after 7 o'clock last night at Westchester Avenue and Fox Street in the Longwood section. The explosion occurred just moments after firefighters arrived on the scene to find cars burning in the street. In all, 7 firefighters were injured. 3 were taken to Jacoby Hospital with serious burns to the hands and face.
I just seen all the smoke in the air right here, and then a fire. It just looked crazy.
The sidewalk, the trees, and 2 cars, and plus the garbage, it was in flames.
We are told those firefighters' injuries are not life-threatening. Video of the explosion's aftermath shows a charred car and the burned back of a van as well.
Well, a man is in critical condition this morning after being stabbed inside a Bronx train station. It happened just after 10 o'clock last night. Inside the Bedford Park Boulevard station, police say the victim was stabbed in the chest while on a northbound B platform. It's unclear what led up to the attack. He's now being treated at St. Barnabas Hospital, and so far no arrests have been made.
5:06 right now, and turning to politics. Zohran Mamdani, the first millennial set to become mayor of New York City, hitting the ground running, announcing his transition team.
Now attention turns to whether Gracie Mansion will be able to work with the White House. Dick Brennan has the very latest on Mamdani's plans and the door left open for talks with the president.
Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani stood beneath the Unisphere in Queens, but you could say now he's on the top of the world.
I'm so proud to be standing here today as the mayor-elect of the greatest city in the world.
Mamdani introduced his transition team, 5 women, including 2 who previously worked at City Hall.
In the coming months, I and my team will build a City Hall capable of delivering on the promises of this campaign.
But experts say transitions can be the hard part.
You've got so much information to absorb, and you've got to figure out what a 300,000 plus strong city government looks like on the ground and be prepared to run it. This is a steep challenge, but he's got the right people to lead him through that process.
Mamdani is already hearing it from Republicans attacking his policies.
The mayor is talking about affordability. All he's going to do is drive up the cost of everything.
I thought it was a very angry speech, certainly angry toward me, and I think he should be very nice to me.
President Trump, of course, weighing in, but the mayor-elect says he's ready for anything from Washington.
I will not mince my words when it comes to President Trump.
That was Dick Brennan reporting. The mayor-elect says he is open to conversations with the president. President Trump says he thinks Mamdani should reach out to him. As the president put it, quote, "I'm here." And stay with us for updates on the transition of power. You can find all of our coverage at cbsnewyork.com under Voters Decide.
A massive influx of first-time voters helped give New Jersey's governor-elect Mikey Sherrill a double-digit win. Voter turnout surged across the Garden State, with every county seeing at least a 10% increase. That's according to the CBS News election desk. The governor-elect took 68% of the Latino vote, flipping areas like Passaic County back blue. The CBS election desk estimates that in Passaic County, which is heavily Latino, total votes increased by more than 35%.
Voted for Mikey Sherrill.
I've been a citizen for 15 years, but it was my first time voting because I want to change.
Yesterday, Sherrill met with Governor Phil Murphy to begin the transition process. Sherrill says Governor Murphy gave her advice on staffing and talked about what he felt he could have done better. Well, let's get you over to meteorologist John Elliott right now in our virtual studio with more on those wind conditions. Hey, Johnny.
Windy and chilly, Chris. So in and around the city, 48 to about 50. Boy, you expand the view. You've got widespread 30s and now just the 40s. Let's throw in the wind. We've got wind chills as low as 26, so it's still windy. Now, outside right now, you get a sense of a brighter sky. Okay, Chopper 2, a virtual Chevy Chopper 2 flyby. It's battling the wind now. Wind is going to get better into the afternoon. But yeah, it's still a bit of a battle with the breeze. What else are you battling behind the wheel, Anique Evans?
Well, we're battling some construction on the southbound side of the New England Thruway. There's construction blocking the left and center lanes between Finemore Road and Boston Road, and that's causing a 20-minute slowdown back into Larchmont, so you'll probably want to stick with the Hutchinson River Parkway as an alternate. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Chris and Mary, back to you.
5:10 right now. Coming up, a Westchester man learns his fate after brutally killing a social worker. We'll hear from the victim's family.
And a former NBA player facing a judge today in that big sports betting case. The latest on who's involved.